Testing. Testing.
Are we live? Woo! Hello, everyone. I am your host, Ostrich Fox. Welcome to the first ever Animation Showcase 2019. Today, we're gonna preview some upcoming animated projects and just have a grand time. And this will be hosted by a slew of people you may recognize from the creative space online, but we have an entire video to introduce everybody. Before we go right into everything, we do have a message from the people from Channel Frederator and another special guest who's not here, but like video form. And then, yeah, we'll go into the projects. So, Nolan, are you ready?
I am, sir.
All right, hit the play button.
All right, here we go.
Can we go to video?
Yep.
All right.
All right, here we go.
Go. Hi there, this is Marley and Nick with the Channel Frederator Network, and we hope you enjoy this animation showcase at MomoCon 2019.
All right.
And now this. Oh.
What's up, MomoCon?
Come back to video.
Hey, I'm Ian Jones-Cordy, co-executive producer of Cartoon Network's Steven Universe and creator of Cartoon Network's OKKO, Let's Be Heroes. I also do a little bit of voice acting. Anyway, animation means a lot to me, and creating and sharing and talking about my favorite cartoons is how I get inspired. So, in that spirit, thank you for coming to Animation Showcase 2019. I'm sorry I can't be there in person. You're going to get to see some really cool stuff. Congrats to all the creators, and congrats to you, the audience, for your appreciation. On with the show. See you later.
All right. Yeah. So, now that you know everyone who will be presenting, let's start with our very first project. It's actually not an animated series, but it is an animated video game, like 2D traditional animation. Blood by Exit 73 Studios. And presenting will be, you know him, the grandfather of the cartoon community, Rebel Taxi Pan Pizza.
Yeah.
How you doing, Pan?
Yeah, what do I do? We already introduced the game, so now I can't do anything now.
Yes, you can. Followed by, you know him, he's grown tremendously over the last year, Cosmodore! And last but not least for this project, Just come up here, guy in pickle suit. Pan, you might want to pass him the mic.
Oh.
So, who are you, mysterious stranger?
It's for science. Don't worry about it.
Hello, everyone. Nintendo here.
Woo! Thanks, reveal!
Yeah, you take it.
Oh boy.
All right, you three dapper fellows. How would you describe Blood before we go into our trailer here?
It's kind of like a top-down, old-school Zelda-type game, but it's stylized like a 2000s cartoon. It looks kind of reminds me of like Oh Yeah cartoons or what's that one with the hotel or the school that's
Wayside?
Wayside. That's what it was.
Woo!
Yeah, it looks like that.
Yeah.
Why don't you play the clip?
All right.
Yeah.
Nick, Cosmo, do you guys have anything to add, or
Yeah, the game is, I think, as Pan said, it's kind of a hack and slash game with a early 2000s cartoon aesthetic, and it's got a kind of a suburban setting, so you're not really fighting demons in some hell world. You're instead just at school, talking to your parents and your teachers.
Yeah, and I kind of just really like how the game transitions from gameplay to these cartoon transitions. You're gonna see that during the teaser, but like it's if you only saw pictures of it, you would assume it's a cartoon. Like it's a very nice aesthetic, and that's why I like it a lot.
All right, can we get some visual?
Roll the clip.
All right.
I always wanted to say that.
OMG, Dad. I told you I had cheerleading practice.
Oh wait, there's more. There's gameplay. All right. So, I believe you guys have some post-clip discussion.
Well, you saw it.
Yeah, I mean, just to bounce off what we said earlier, the art style is definitely very reminiscent of Wayside. Also, Clone High a bit.
Yeah, this is from the studio's Exit 7-3. They also did the animations for OKKO, Let's Play Heroes, the game.
Good game.
Yeah, they're an animation studio doing a video game, I believe, for the first time. Because they usually do animations, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also saw one of their animated shorts called Coin. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it's on Vimeo, and it kind of reminds me of what a video game a la Street Fighter would look like, but it like gets progressively ridiculous, and I imagine the game being sort of like that you don't really see coming what kind of monsters are going to be there. And since the plot synopsis so far is so short, like anything could happen, so I'm very excited to see what they do with it.
Yeah, just with my opinions on the game, I think it'll be just a good thing to watch rather than play. Like, I'm not just a very good person at video games, but
Boo.
what?
Get him.
I am admiring the animation quality.
But not the gameplay.
Hey, it's kind of like, I would say, the Cuphead equivalent for early 2000s cartoons.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of effort put into the visuals, but looks like the gameplay is going to be pretty solid as well.
Good save.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, Blood is coming soon, and I think we're all very excited for it. Give a round of applause to these amazing fellows. So Nick, what do you call this Pickle Rick Nintendo combination?
Okay, so yeah, just for any backstory, this here is Pickle Nick. He is my alter ego. It is a very unfunny joke that I really, really pushed recently on my YouTube channel. And he's dead now, I think.
We just killed him.
Yeah, we just killed him. He's dead. So
You just witnessed a murder. All right. Now, let's move on to the next one. Thank you guys for coming on stage.
Thank you.
All right. So this next one, I think there has been a rise in animation for, you know, the more story-driven, deepest lore animated series. And what we're about to preview is a short created by a fellow YouTuber. So for Okamoto Kitchen, I'd like to welcome to the stage its creator, Skyward Wing, and someone who is presenting alongside. You know her from the Steven Universe podcast and her amazing memes, Mackenzie Atwood.
Hello. Something I've always wanted to do, actually, being at a convention. Red Robin.
Yum!
Thank you. Yes. Fun fact, this is also my first panel, and I'm really excited. So,
You're killing it.
so I'm the creator of Okamoto Kitchen. This tells the story of two treasure hunters, two very unlikely friends coming together for a common goal, and that's to make that bread. And I'm so excited about it. Overall, though, let's see. I had actually notes down that I wanted to get across. Let's see. Nepsin is a bit more sly and sarcastic. Okamoto is basically his polar opposite, a little more calculated and a little bit more intelligent. What you're going to see today is a small preview of an upcoming short for Okamoto Kitchen called Sunset City Escape. And the short picks up right at the beginning, after a successful heist, collecting a very particular artifact.
Now, before we dive in, I do want to talk about the influences, but let me ask Mackenzie a question.
Yeah.
So, Sky, you said an influence of Okamoto Kitchen was Gravity Falls and Avatar: The Last Airbender. Now, Mackenzie, you've seen both of those shows. You're a super Avatar fan. What are elements of that show you enjoy?
Water, earth, fire, and
Not those elements.
I really like the world building. It feels like a place that's very lived in, and the characters are very three-dimensional and go through significant changes throughout the story in a way that's satisfying narratively and just really compelling.
Do you think we can expect that in Okamoto Kitchen, Sky?
Absolutely.
Woo! All right, with that said, let's hit the clip. Wait, I think we're having an audio issue.
Okamoto, come in. Okamoto, I got what we came for.
Neptune, I'm on my way. Get out of here.
What? I can't understand you.
You need to get out of there now. You need to get out of there.
Okamoto! Okamoto! Okamoto!
Nepsin, come in, Nepsin.
Hand over the key.
Oh, you mean this key? Well, come and get it.
Whoa, easy there, buddy.
All right, yeah. I mean, from that clip, I feel like Nepsin reminds me of a lot of Sokka.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
But he's
like-
not smart, so that'll be a little bit different. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all right. But what are some influences, like, are Okamoto and Nepsin as characters based off any other characters, any people in your life?
If I could find a happy medium for them, it's like Star and Marco, but also, Moana and Maui, like a happy medium of that. I think that's like the harmony I'm aiming for there. So.
What do you think of the clip, Mackenzie?
I thought it was really cool. The visuals were awesome, but what really stood out to me was the voice acting, to be honest. How did you get the actors who were in this?
I put out a tweet, actually. 400 people submitted, and that's actually Tony. He does such an amazing job. Tony and Jalissa, very, very proud of them. They did a great job on this.
Yeah.
I'm so excited for that. Yeah.
Just goes to show, like, if you want to be a voice actor, keep putting yourself out there. You can have projects like this. When, when Okamoto Nepson inevitably blows up, suddenly, you've also simultaneously made it as a voice actor. So, just with any of your passions, keep working at them, keep crafting them. I mean, again, Sky, like, you haven't even like gone to art school and you're making a cartoon.
Yeah, funny enough, this is my first crack at this, and I'm very, very pumped. My team has done an amazing job. Lee, Katrin, Michael, Tony, Jalissa, like, very, very grateful for all of them. They've been putting astonishing work.
Yes. All right.
This will be coming later in 2019. We don't have an official date yet, but definitely this year.
All right, thank you guys. Again, you can find them on YouTube, Skyward Wing, MK Atwood, and on Twitter, same handles.
Yeah, you'll find me at Skyward Wing. Also, by the way, something I'd like to bring up, if you're an animator and you're here, we're actually hiring, so allow me to pay you. That'd be great. If you want to see me after the show, like, come join us. It'd be fun. Yeah. Thank you.
Oh yeah, so before we go on to our next project, actually just remembered, we actually have free posters for everybody. So after the show, we'll be giving them out. So yeah, just stay tuned for that. But let's move on to our next project. This is a pretty popular Kickstarter. A lot of people are anticipating it, Long Gone Gulch. And to help me with this one, come up to the stage, guys. Well, Nolan's actually helping us present, but we also have from the PC Party podcast, half of Knock Force, Ian JQ, Jim. Woo! And
thank you.
It's not just Jim, but 1/3 of the round table, Retro Nemo. Followed by a pretty powerful duo, Saber Spark and Paleo Steno. Woo! All right. So it's actually one of the creators, Zach, sent a message for for Nolan to recite.
Hello. Actually, they're watching us right now. I was just informed. So, hello, Zach and Tara. Can we get a loud round of applause for them, please? Thank you. Thank you. So, I have it right here. Allow me to read it. Hey, everyone. We're sorry we couldn't be here, but please enjoy this clip from our upcoming indie pilot, Long Gone Gulch. It's about two young sheriffs who must serve and protect a mythical Western world. The scene takes place after the two main characters, Snag and Rawhide, recklessly bust some criminals and head to the mayor's office for a pat on the back. The pilot will be done before the end of the year. We swear. Hope you dig it. Love, Zach and Tara. And before I continue on to our fellow presenters, I want to go off the cuff for a second and say how hard they've been working on this pilot. They have done so much work, and they've tried so hard to make what I consider probably one of the best pilots I've ever seen. I love it a lot, and I think they're going to do an excellent job. And with that, I'll hand it off to the other guys.
Hey.
Hey, it's Jim.
Hey, what's up? Oh, thank you. I just wanted to say about Long Gone Gulch is the Western's one of the greatest film and TV genres, and it's been boring for way too long. And I'm really thankful that someone's picked it up and done something interesting in animation. And that's really what they did. And they're really big fans of the Western genre. So it's really cool for them to do something cool with it.
Yeah, this is something I've been following for a long time, and I've been very excited for it. I don't think there's any other thing that I've seen such a small part of that's made me so excited for the the final product. Like for real, just seeing the little bit that we're about to show will get everybody extremely hyped for what it's going to be when it's finished.
It looks good. It's really cool. It feels like an old Cartoon Network show. Like I get that vibe where it's like, oh, this would have been in my childhood, and I would. Okay, before we start though, I want to get some yee-haws going. So I want this side of the room to say yee, this side to say haw. Yee, haw.
Yee haw. Yee haw. Yee haw. Yee haw.
Beat that, Paleo.
Well, I was just gonna say that I really like the character design in this show. If there's any way to describe it, I would describe it as smiley. Yeah, the way it looks. Yeah, I love the way it looks. So.
All right. Are we ready to play the clip?
Yeah, I have to go do that.
Yeah. Okay, you do that.
Let's go rub it in Mayor Rhubarb's face!
Sign in your names. We did it, Mayor!
Mako's gang is in the clink.
All 5 of them.
What are you talking about?
You should have seen their faces when we busted them.
What a bunch of chumps!
Shut your mouth!
For starters...
Mayor!
Not Ronette. She's mostly just for style. Stylishly forbidden. And next time, it might be your badges. This is the 4th time this month your actions have caused total destruction. When I was forced to appoint you two as sheriffs of this proud township, I expected twice the discipline and 3 times the professional behavior. I thought it was because we told Marigold you were cool. Yeah, that too. But I certainly didn't expect no back-talking sass. Now, I try to keep things civil. I try to keep order in this loaded powder keg of a town. And I don't need you to lighten the fuse.
I have to say, that was like pretty yeehaw.
What does that mean?
Like it embodies yeehaw.
Okay.
Like when you think of yeehaw, you will think of Long Gone Gulch.
Yeah, definitely. No, but seriously, watching that clip again, I'm just astounded by the quality they've managed to put out. Like, I don't remember the last time I've seen like a cartoon with like shading that good, and like the animation is so lively. The character posing is like so good. Like I hardly see posing like that anymore either. Just Snag like slouching around and looking lazy, and then Rawhide like reacting properly to the mayor. It's just such good stuff. I'm so excited. They've been showing me stuff too, and I'm so excited. Zach Terra, I love you.
No, just the flow and the movement of that animation is so beautiful to watch. It's going to be a worthy show to be a fan of. Also, I think it's a good follow-up since the amazing Adult Swim show Saddle Rash.
I don't know how you make an indie short that looks better than 90% of what's on TV right now. Like, literally, did you guys watch that? That was insane. If there's a bar for indie pilots, it's been raised. It's up here now.
I love the charisma and the sass of this show. It seems like it's got something to say, and I only got one thing to say.
I think this is the only cartoon you're going to find that has an anthro shark in a desert. Yeah. Yeah.
He's kind of hot too.
So you are a furry.
No.
Exposed.
I guess I'll take this then.
But yes, I really enjoy how the characters are a blend of humans and animals. It's a unique concept that hasn't really been represented that as often in animated series lately, in conjunction with being in a Western. Because when you do get that, it's usually like a magical reason behind it. But this is just like, nope, like they're cowboys, they're in the desert, they're in a town. Yeah.
Rango. Actually, a lot of the creature designs are inspired by, like Western sort of folklore. Like the mayor's actually a jackrabbit, which is a pretty common desert-y type of creature of fables. I don't know where a shark fits in personally, but I'm sure there's some sort of precedent for that.
Maybe it's just funny.
What?
Maybe it's just funny.
Crazy, but yeah. Give it up for Long Gun Gulch again,
Woo!
everybody.
Alrighty.
Now leave.
All right. Next up is a sneak peek at a completely funded Kickstarter. So this is coming.
Oh yeah, it's coming in 2019, by the way.
Oh yeah, Long Gulch this year. But this next one, Okamoto Kitchen. So this is a bit different, but it's a good different. One, it's pretty much an anime, like down to like the art style. Two, it's based off a real life food truck, so there's precedence in the real world. Like, sometimes when you're watching something, you're like, oh, that food looks good, I wish I can go get it. You can get it! Only in California, but you can get it! But this was actually being co-produced, co-written by a pal of a few members of the cartoon community, Michael Williams from Cartoon Universe. So let's bring some of those friends up there with Slice of Otaku, MJ, or Mr. Universe, another 1/3 of the round table, Tom, and yeah, that's it.
All right, so as probably the biggest weeb of this group, I'm really excited about this show.
That wasn't your intro.
Hey, how are you? I'm Slice of Otaku. It is a slice of life, and obviously slice of otaku. I'm really into slice of life anime. It kind of reminds me of Food Wars, if anyone's seen that. Just quirky characters having a good time and having fun. I like that kind of interaction, so I'm really excited for this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's food, anime, what else? What more could you need? It's, once you see the club, and once you guys see the show, I think you'll love it as much as I did. I was reading about it on the Kickstarter, which you can find out on Twitter and everything. It's a race to get parking spots. It's really intense, more than you think it is, than just being a food truck anime.
Hello everyone, my name is Tom. And what I love about Okamoto Kitchen is it has so much heart. Not only is it the fact that the person who is behind this, the owner of the food truck himself, had this idea and had the heart and the confidence behind this idea to actually breathe life into it and bring us this today, but also the fact that one of our personal friends who wishes he could be here was able to work on it as well. And although he couldn't be here, he has a message for us.
All right, yeah. So let's get into it.
Hey, my name is Michael Williams. I am part of the channel called Cartoon Universe, and I am also recently a co-writer of the successful Kickstarter project, Okamoto Kitchen. Sorry I couldn't actually make it to the panel, but I'd probably get mistaken for Ultravox anyway. Okamoto Kitchen is a limited animated series that is going to be going up on the internet, and it's all about working in the cutthroat life of the food truck industry, and it's actually based off of a real life food truck in Los Angeles. Our main character, Haru Umezaki, is the mascot of the real-life Los Angeles food truck and is also voiced by none other than Christina V. If you're a fan of animation and you're at this panel, you don't know who Christina V is, you're fake! No, just kidding. But she has voiced characters like Marinette/Ladybug in Miraculous Ladybug. She's done Shantae.
Life is wild. I never thought that I, Haru Umesaki, would be living in America. And not just any place in America. I'm in Los Angeles, Hollywood, and tacos, and E3! I mean, wow. How did I even get here, you know? Well, I was following this boy I knew.
So Haru is this girl from Japan. She loves video games, she loves anime, mostly shonen stuff. She's very optimistic, very sweet, a little bit naive, but there's actually a darker side to her in the form of this thing called Beast Mode. It's kind of like this alternate form she takes. I can't get too deep into it just yet, but basically she kind of loses control a little bit.
I was playing with the customer and then the next thing I remember is standing in the middle of the room with my boss yelling at me and everything around me looked like a tsunami had hit it. Everyone was scared and running away, yelling something about beast mode. It's weird, right? Well, anyway, I got fired.
One of the artists, Takeo Saito, has worked on a lot of anime. He's actually from Japan. He's worked on stuff like Sailor Moon, One Piece, Dragon Ball Super Broly, Attack on Titan, Kill la Kill, bunch of other great weeb stuff. So essentially the story is Haru loses her passport visiting Los Angeles. She's from Japan initially. So she's now stranded in America, rest in peace health insurance, after visiting her childhood friend Tetsu, who moved to LA many years ago and is now a huge esports fighting game star. So there's gonna be lots of gaming stuff in this series if you're an epic gamer like myself.
Look, here's a picture of him with me and my brother when we were kids. That's him on the right. His name's Tetsu. He taught me how to play video games. I know it doesn't sound like that big of a deal, but life was hard for us in Japan, and games helped me through it.
But luckily, while she waits for her new passport to come in so she can go back home, she actually befriends Chizuru, who is the owner of the Okamoto Kitchen food truck. And she actually gets a job working for the food truck, along with Chizuru, Mickey, and her dog, Honey, who doesn't technically work on the food truck, she just likes the food. Also, she talks. Don't worry about it. Thing is, though, they're all not super great at their jobs. Chizuru, the cook, who is actually a great cook, but the food truck industry is more than just cooking, and this is not your typical slice of life anime. So without spoiling anything, let's see, we've got explosions, talking dogs, super-powered power-ups, zombies, that was a thing also, betrayal, romance, idol girls, and overall a crap ton of different trucks. They all serve different food, have their own personalities, their own quirks, their own advantages, disadvantages. Right now, what we have in mind is gonna be limited animation, so it's more like a moving webcomic, comic dub type deal. It's not fully animated, you know, we're on a budget, but we hope to get it fully animated one day. Hopefully it gets more traction. For right now, it's gonna be basically one big episode that's going to be broken up into 10 mini episodes. It's gonna be on YouTube and it'll be released weekly. Don't have a release date yet, still in the scripting process, but we'll be sure to keep you updated. If you wanna follow at Okamoto Kitchen on Twitter for more information and more updates, definitely feel free to do so. Thank you guys so much to everyone on the panel for allowing me to take up their time virtually and talk about this project that I've been working on. Very excited to actually get this thing moving, but it's taking some time. We're not as slow as George R.R. Martin, I promise. But yeah, thank you guys. Hope you have a fun MomoCon. I'm not having FOMO at all right now. I promise.
Chizuru gave me this job to help me out, but yeah, I miss my family and I miss home, but I love my job and I have Honey. So I guess to answer your question, I'm doing pretty well, all things considered. How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. Can I please order now?
I'm very excited now. What are your general impressions?
I, for one, think it's really awesome that they got Christina V on this because it adds so much credibility, and to have a voice associated with your project that already has such a body of work behind it makes such a difference, and it will definitely help this project succeed.
Yes.
I was gonna say similar thing. Nothing more than I want to hear than Miraculous Ladybug herself in Los Angeles on a food truck.
It's really exciting for me because the character designs look great. And a lot of the things that they were talking about really appeals to me, like shonen, esports, just having a good time. Seems like it's a merry band of friends just trying to get by. And the whole limited animation thing may seem a little scary, but for me, I really like manga. So to even have it just like colored and partially moving is just amazing to me. So looks like a great project.
And we have like that ongoing mystery with the beast mode and everything that they can't really get into at the moment. So it's slice of life combined with, you know, the overarching story a lot of people are into nowadays.
And you can make theories about it.
He can make theories about it.
Yeah, maybe. It seems fun though, like just a bunch of random zaniness. That's what I like from a slice of life. It doesn't have to be too down to earth, which it is because the food truck actually exists, but zombies sounds fun.
Idol girls.
I don't know if you can, maybe you can still donate to their Kickstarter. It is on the Twitter, as Michael said. They did reach their goal, but you know, it's always nice to, I want to see this flourish. I want to see this project go really far. So if you can still donate to the Kickstarter. I want to see this bloom.
Yep, absolutely.
Woo! Let's give a round of applause. All right. Thank you, boys, for coming up. And
I love you. I love you.
all right. And now we're approaching our fifth and final project, and I believe we'll have time for Q&A. You guys may be familiar with this one. It's been around on the internet. It's very intense, insane, fun, zany, demonic. Just all the right elements. It is Has-Been Hotel. So I would like to welcome onto the stage its wonderful creator, Vivzy Pop. So, a writer on the show, Ray. And Toon Ruins, AKA Leah C. Hello, hello.
Hi.
Hold on. Gonna wait for Leah. No pressure.
No pressure.
Oh. And Izzy, I forgot. I'm sorry. All the pizza party. All right. So I believe you should probably get the introduction. You're the creator.
Sure. To introduce the clip, or the whole project, or anything. All of it. The whole thing. The whole episode.
The whole thing. Yeah, the whole
thing. So I'm Vivian. I'm the creator of Has-Been Hotel, and it's basically just a massive pilot. It's a pilot, but it's more like a first episode because the whole thing is 30 minutes long.
Yes.
So it's this huge undertaking episode we're working on. We've been working on it for about 2 years now, and it's finally entering like kind of the stage of production to really be getting excited, and we're really proud of it. So this clip that we have today is it's an unfinished scene because right now we've been focusing on getting the whole episode animated and getting the pipeline figured out. So we kind of stopped working on like trying to get these chunks of finished product out. It's easier just to kind of do it in one fell swoop. So I wish I had something like finished to show you guys, but this is the most unspoilery like little clip that I could show that had the most complete animation. So apologies that it's not more like juicy. But they're gonna love it. Yeah, hopefully. So, all right. Yeah, go for it.
What in the 9 circles makes you think a single denizen of hell would give 2 shits about becoming a better person? You have no proof that this little experiment even works. You want people to be good just because?
Well, we have a patron already who believes in our cause, and he's shown incredible progress.
Oh, and who might that be?
Oh, just someone named Angel Dust.
The porn star?
You fucking would, Tom.
I gotta say, the dialogue and voice acting is top notch.
Oh, the voice actors are killing it. It's amazing to work with them. Amazing.
So I believe actually Leah and Izzy have like questions just to ask about the project to you.
Yes, we do. So one of our questions was, what inspired you when you were making Has-Been Hotel?
What definitely inspired this initial project was definitely, I've always been an enormous fan of villains. Like, villains are the best part of, usually the best part of everything they're in, and I've always been fascinated with fascinating rogues galleries and stuff. Like the Batman rogues gallery is a big one for me, and just how memorable and thematic all those characters are. So I wanted to make a show that centered around villains, but I also didn't want it to be just strictly, just villains. Like I'm also deeply into demonology and mythology and folklore and all this other stuff. So I figured the kind of marriage of the two would be perfect if a show set in hell, because basically all the characters are villains because they were bad people, but the whole show can give an excuse to explore the backstories of villains because there was a life that led them to hell. So that's where the initial inspiration and concept kind of came from, and then just the characters themselves just blossomed from that.
Firstly, I want to say it's kind of amazing that you don't have a finished scene done, and I've seen cosplays of your characters. Shout outs to that. You should be very proud. But my actual question is, what's it like to work on such a large independent project that's basically a freelance team? That's incredible.
It's an enormous undertaking. The team is huge. We have so many animators. We have guest animators. The way I wanted this to be is, this is the first time I'm making a project of this scale. And I've worked with people before, and I adore working with people and collaborating online, because online, like YouTube and just the internet, is my home. So I wanted this project to really embody embody working with people on the internet. So there's people from all over the world, people working, there's animators from Israel, from Spain, from the US, but all parts of the US, like everywhere. It's been hard. It's definitely hard to wrangle so many people from different time zones and different language barriers and everything, but it's been the greatest joy to see it all kind of come together and kind of, even if it's a shot here and there from different animators, like animators I've looked up to, and people I've always wanted to collaborate with, even if it's like the smallest part, getting everybody part of this big stew of a project has been the greatest joy for me. So it's definitely a challenge to wrangle everybody, but thanks to the internet with things like Discord and things like Facebook and just email, you're able to reach so many people from far away and get files between us and communicate. But communication is the keyest part of it, just getting everybody in tune with each other so everyone's on the same page of production. So it's definitely a learning experience to put it all together.
Thank you. So before we, do you have you got more?
Do you have input?
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. But thank you. And before we get off stage, we have one more question.
We wanted to know if you have an anticipated release time for us.
We are aiming to release in October of 2019. Finally, a tentative time. Not a date yet, but a month.
No, that's it.
Thank you.
All right, give a round of applause. And all right, I believe we have time for 15 minutes of Q&A. And again, we'll also be giving out the posters, so you can ask anybody in the community if you guys want to come on stage.
Yeah,
the entire Avengers.
Get up here.
And yeah, you can go to this mic right here for questions, I believe.
Right there.
And actually want to show you guys what one of the posters look like, so I'm going to run and get one real quick. So does anyone take the mic for me? Here, Pan.
Hey.
So what's going on?
We're waiting for Kevin to get a poster. Anybody know how to warm a crowd? Anybody? Jokes? Knock, knock. Anybody got an answer?
You.
I'm here. I'm not. I'm at the door.
No, you're the joke.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Sorry, Nolan, they told me as press I'm not supposed to deprecate the guests, so I'm very sorry.
You'll be hearing from my lawyers.
Not again.
Anybody else got any funny jokes? I heard somebody say my love life, and I'm sorry. Love life is a joke. Yeah, let's just go for it. Questions? Can we get the mic up over here, please? Here, I'll help you out, sir.
Thank you, good sir. Yeah, I just want to say, coming here and seeing all this, it's pretty inspiring. Don't want to exaggerate, but that's what it feels like. It almost brought a tear to my eye. So, what would your advice be for future just creators in general who are afraid to do stuff because they fear failure or they? Thanks for ruining my moment feedback. who they fear failure or they just fear sucking in general, for lack of a better term.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, no one's gonna hire you if you have a good idea. They just hire you if you have, actual work done, So actually just, do it. It probably won't be good, but, you'll learn from it and just do better next time, possibly.
Yeah.
All right, so I have both versions of the posters here. So this is the main one, a kind of Smash Bros. Inspired Everyone is Here, the cartoon community of people who are attending MomoCon. And then the other one, oh, actually, wait. This poster, Izzy did a lot of the main work for it, like the main art, and she compiled all of it together. So yeah, she did an amazing job. You can tell that she drew most of these too, and again, they came out phenomenal. And this other one, it's a more limited print. This is an edit Pan made. I believe it was Mystery Men inspired.
Yeah, because Mystery Men had a cool poster and nothing else. They also made the Smash Mouth song. Yes. That's where it originated from, before Shrek.
Oh my God. But yeah, both of these will be available after Q&A. All right. Yeah, for free. All right, so I believe now we can get into questions. Oh, yeah. Oops.
They took the mic?
I couldn't get over.
Okay.
Yeah.
I got two questions. One's for Slice of Otaku, and one's for Vivian Visipop. Yeah. When are you gonna do the autographs? The thing. I was trying to search for you, and I see you there. Yeah. All right, bet.
She'll be there after the panel and she'll sign anything.
All right. Slice of Otaku. Where were you?
What was that?
Yeah, I didn't see you yesterday. Were you
I just been around a little bit, Hello? Okay. I just been around. I haven't been at the con too much, but I'll be in. I have 2 other panels right after this, so you'll see me.
All right.
Cool.
Hello. So I was wondering, just for the animation community as a whole up here, what would you suggest for someone
The show must go on. The show must go on. The show must go on.
Yeah, for someone that wants to get into a project, do you usually reach out to people that have posted examples, or do you, is there a big hub where they can apply to work on a project or something? I don't know how to phrase it.
Like recruiting?
Yeah, I guess just someone looking to get into like a web series or animated project like this.
I'll hand the mic off to you.
Hello? Oh, this one works again.
Here, you take that one. Let's hand this off to the pilot maker.
All right, awesome. Okay, this is if you're looking to get hired, basically. I can only speak for myself. I know everybody's different, but for me, every so often I'll do an open call, usually on Twitter, and basically I give the email, send reel or whatever the call is for. So if it's for voice actors, it's like have a voice acting reel. If it's for animation, have a very clear animation reel. For me, I get so many applications that you really need to have the forefront of whatever you're applying for. So if you have a strong portfolio, send me right to that link, of the best place to see your stuff. If you have a reel, get right into it. Put your best stuff first, and you always go over that. And usually for most projects, like depending on the quality or depending on the budget, usually have to like do a little test first. I usually test people just to see if it's something that can match, fit in with like the style of everything or like the model of everything. But maybe be prepared to do a little thing like that. But that's the best place to reach out.
Thank you. I'll also hand it off to Sky, who's also working on a pilot here.
From my experience, typically, especially if you get a lot of submissions, the portfolio is where we go primarily. What I saw is just like, you have to get my attention immediately, have something eye-catching, something that just really draws me in to keep wanting to learn more about you. That's definitely so basically, to take Kevin's quote, Ostrich Vox's quote, clickbait your portfolio. So you have something to think, oh, this looks interesting. You want to learn a little bit more. That was like a big one for me. So.
I actually have 2 questions for Vivzy Pop.
We're like running low on time. Would you be able to keep it to one?
Okay. For starters, why is the hotel called the Happy Hotel? If the series is called the Has-Been Hotel, will the name be changed at the end of the pilot?
That's actually kind of in the story, so it kind of gets explained a little bit. But it's mostly that in the story the character calls hers the Happy Hotel, but it's kind of a slight on that because everyone's an asshole. So it's a slight on her vision, which is basically kind of the opening theme of the show.
And for my other question, when are you going to release that clip we all saw yesterday?
When am I going to release the clip?
The one where Alistair is singing? Sorry, spoiler alert.
No, you're good. That one will be released when the episode's done. We're not gonna. That's why I made them like cut it off. I was like, don't show it. It's a secret.
Man, you got me all curious now.
Thank you for the question.
Thank you, and you're welcome. Bye.
5-minute warning.
Yeah, we have 5 minutes, so if we want to try to get through as many questions as possible, that'd be A+. Very appreciated.
Hi, I'm glad y'all are here. This is like my first con where there's like actual people here and stuff. And I'm just curious to know, what is the first piece of animation that got you all started with YouTube and stuff? Like, I'm a YouTuber, and what got me into, what inspired me to talk about animation was Gravity Falls and Invader Zim. So what are your guys' inspiration? Real quick, everyone, just say it.
Symbiotic Titan.
Regular show.
Gravity Falls.
SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water.
Steven Universe.
Gravity Falls.
Yeah, Gravity Falls.
Legend of Korra.
Steven Universe.
Steven Universe.
Steven Universe.
Oh, I made cartoons, so that's how I got into it.
My Little Pony.
My Little Pony.
Like most people here, Steven Universe. I guess Vader Zim.
Last Airbender.
All right.
Thank you.
Beast Wars.
Do y'all have any tips for aspiring voice actors? Also, Saberspark, thank you for reviewing The Nuttiest Nutcracker. I thought that was a fever dream.
What was the question again?
Any tips for aspiring voice actors?
I don't voice act.
Like what y'all are looking for?
There's two different ones. If you're just starting off, you want to get into it, go to castingcall.club. That one is a more fan-oriented one. And every voice actor will tell you, go to, I can't even remember the website.
voiceactor.com? Was it iwantobeavoiceactor.com?
Bradley, he has all sorts of exercises and where to get out, but always look on social media, Twitter, Instagram. You'll see, like, my fellow guys are up here. They're always looking out. So yeah, it's Twitter, social media, that's where it's at.
Typically, the way I hired who I had hired was they ended up having their own final mix of all they had before, like with music and sound effects, and it felt more real. Like I could imagine what was happening. So if you've done previous work, include like the final part of it, like the entire piece. That was a big one.
I think that's everyone. Yeah.
Thank you for the question.
Okay, yes, I'd like to know what are your guys' thoughts on the revival of Johnny Test on YouTube?
Hi, I'm pretty sure this question is for me. I'm one of like a few humans in existence that actually likes Johnny Test. Thank you, yes. Yeah, this is my claim to fame. I will die on this hill. I don't know how the reboot's gonna be. It's probably just gonna be a cheap animated thing online, so high hopes aren't low, but hey, more kids will be exposed to Johnny Test, so they can come join the cult. It's great.
I have a wild prediction that Bling Bling Boy's gonna get recasted for some reason, and everyone's gonna be upset.
I told you all this would happen.
It's true, he did. Anybody else? No? All right. We got time for one more. Thank you for the question. What you got?
All right, this was not really much of a question, but a thank you to Busy Pop. I've been looking forward to Hasbin Hotel for a minute, but not as much as my crackhead friend. They show me everything. Angel Dust this, Radio Demon that. So if October is your estimated date, take your time, because that Hasbin Hotel will be the death of me. That'll be how I die, when she tells me about this date.
So my question is, what is your thoughts on the animation future on the streaming service now that Netflix has James Baxter as Hirsch and Greg McCracken, and now that Disney is making Disney Plus and Warner Brothers? Oh, it's not on? Yeah, that one is.
Streaming's gonna be the future of animation. All right. Here. It's over.
All right. Let me look at the time. Is it 5 o'clock? Okay. It's okay. It just turned 5. All right. Thank you everybody for coming out. Again, we got posters. They shall be over there. We should probably have someone manage that. Oops. Yeah. Ostrich Vox signing out.
I'm Nintendo, and thanks for watching.
I don't have an outro.
Thank you for coming, guys.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Hey.
I'll see.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, I'll drop down.
My man, Slicer, I talk. Bro, we're at the same height, bro.
Yeah, yeah.
Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Hey, mic check. Hey, so we do have another panel in here, so I appreciate that we're lining up for something, but if we could do a line outside of the room, that would be great.
Everybody who wants a poster, we're going to move it outside the room. There's a panel right after this, so we're going to grab the box and we're going to take it all outside. So everybody meet out there. Please keep it one per person. That would be great. Thank you. We're taking them out right now. Yeah, everybody please clear out. The posters will be outside. Oh, sorry. The posters will be outside. They have a panel coming up. We need to clear out. Thank you.